Hello crafters, welcome to Create at Home with Elf Creations and another Christmas video. Today we're going to be creating some wall art. You can put these on a play easel and have them on a sideboard or a mantelpiece. You're going to need, now I'm using MDF letters, but you can, if you have one of the cutout machines with thick cardstock, use a Silhouette, a Cameo, or a Brother Scanner, all those type of things. But I'm going to be using MDF letters. I'm going to need some foliage, so you probably have that in your stash, and some berries. You're going to need a hot glue. You're going to need some, I'm using the Nuvo glitter drops because it dries with dimension rather than Stickles where it dries flat, so I'm going to be using that. And this is from Mamamade.com, and this is the Ruby Slippers. I'm going to be using the paper pad set from createathomewithg.com, and that's the A5 paper pack, and it's a pocket full of posies, and I'm going to use this red gingham. You're going to need some wet glue. I'm using Eileen's original tacky glue. I'm going to be using the screwdriver from the screwdriver set, which is available from my store as well. I'm going to be using some book paper, some book pages, and the reason I'm using this particular one, this is a Terry Pratchett book, but I just like the colour of the paper. It's got that lovely faded edges, so I'm going to use about 3 pieces of that. So I'm just take those out quickly. Right, you're also going to be needing some distress ink in the vintage photo. You'll also need one of these oval or square or any particular frame that you see that you like, but these ones are from Poundland. So, and for me, I'm spelling out the word joy, so I needed 3. So depending on what word you are spelling out will depend on how many you need. So this is a mirror, so obviously I'm not going to be needing the mirror side of things, so I will dispose of that in the appropriate manner. So obviously it's glass, so I'm just going to take this back off. So I'm saying you will need a screwdriver, but you may not need a screwdriver depending on the picture frames you buy. But this particular frame from Poundland, the back is screwed on. Right, so I'm not going to need the mirror part, so I'm going to put that to one side, and the frame part I don't need just yet, so I'm going to put that to one side. Okay, so using the Arling's tacky glue, I'm going to cover the back or this insert, and I'm going to cover this back with the paper. Don't need the Eileen's anymore. So turning it over, I'm going to use my Tim Holtz shears to cut off the excess. As you can see, there and there isn't quite covered, but because my frame is quite deep, you're not going to see those bits that I missed. And then using the vintage photo, I'm just going to go and distress it a bit. Okay, and then bringing back the frame, and then going to put this back. Okay, so making sure that your hanger is facing the right way. Now using the Nuvo drops, I'm going to go on the inside of this frame and put the glitter. So like I say, this will dry with dimension. And this is, you know, a lot of these stages you can either do or not do. It totally depends on your personal preference. I just think this is a nice Christmassy touch. And I'm going to do the same down here on the outside. And then I'm going to put this down to dry, because that's the work on the frame done mostly. I will be coming back once this is dry. Whoops. And adding some foliage to the frame. So that's the Nuvo part done. So as I say, I'm just going to put that to one side, and we'll start working on the letter. Now that particular paper pad has 3 different shades of the gingham. It has a red, like a blue-grey, and like a beige. So I've used the beige on one of the letters, and then I'm using this red on the others, on the other two, so the J and the Y. Okay, so I'm going to put this, take the label off. Don't want the label on there. I'm going to draw around this, and then I'm going to cut it out. Okay. Now, using the Aleene's glue, I'm going to attach the cardstock to my letter. Okay, bringing back the frame, I'm just going to put this where it needs to be so I can work out where I want the foliage. Now I want the foliage at the top here, so I'm going to use hot glue to attach the foliage. Okay, now I'm going to attach the J to the inside of the frame. I'm just going to use hot glue for that. You could use wet glue if you wanted to. Just for video purposes and speed, I'm going to use the hot glue. And then around the outside of the J, I am going to use the Nuvo glitter again. Yeah, just for that Christmas sparkle. Okay, now bring over the other two for you. Okay, the O I haven't put any decoration on because the way I'm going to hang them on my wall, it will be in a line, so the J would be above the O and the Y would be below, which is why on the Y I have my cluster in the bottom and the J I have my cluster in the top, so they'll be on my wall like that. But I really like the way that they turned out. I love the sparkle that the glitter brings to the table, so to speak. But I think they're going to look lovely, and as I say, all you got to do is get some plate stands, and then you could have them on a mantelpiece as well. So I'm really pleased with the way they turned out. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you recreate this, please head over to Create at Home with G and share your recreations, any of your creations in fact, and I look forward to seeing them. Thank you very much, crafters, and I will see you again very soon. Take care now. Bye bye.